All right. Welcome back, everyone. Well, we had somebody, and now they're gone. That's all right. All right. So we got one person. I'm going to go with 2.5 minutes again. So 2.5 minutes on the clock before we start things off here. And then we will start randoming the cards. Here we go. Got them all in a specific order here. Keep them that way. All right. So we got 3 folks in here. And we went from 3 to 0. Now 2, but whatever. So yeah, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards to 7 cards to random off. I've got all the names. They are typed up into random.org. I have a paper here with all the teams that I'll review per card, so it's the buyer of the team plus the team that we're going off of for the card. So we'll kind of go through that for each one. Just say Foxy for everyone. Foxy, you're on a few of these. I got you down for, let's see, the first card here between you and Bird. Then you're in the third card. Then you're in the 5th card as well. And then I think you're also in that 7th card. Yeah, you're definitely in the 7th card for Tim Horton, who is a Leafs player. But yeah, so you're in a few, Foxy. But anyways, we got about a minute left before we get started, just to let some people get in here. But as you can kind of see, I've got them stacked up 1 through 7. We'll go through the teams and who actually bought that team, and then we'll go to random. We'll roll the dice and go to random. So let me grab my dice here real fast. Got it there. And like I said, everybody is already preloaded into random.org, so it shouldn't take too long. I just got to circle things on my paper here, which I'm going to put here, so I know how to sort the cards later on tonight. All right. So we got 4 folks in here. Good enough. And that's the end of our timer. So I realized too, some of these players played for multiple teams, but there's like one team they ultimately stood out for that kind of comes across, and I think we could all agree on those names. But the first card here, triple auto, we have Foxy for the Leafs, the Islanders for Potvin, which is Bird, and the Oilers for Paul Coffey was also David Bird. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll the dice here. Dice is a 6. And let me come over here, which you guys, I'm sure it does not look all that good on your end, but here we have Foxy and 2 birds because Bird had the Isles and Oilers. We're going to randomize this 6 times. So first time, second time, third time, 4th time, 5th time, and 6th time. It goes to Foxy. So Foxy gets the very first card. So we'll write that down. So that's the first card going to Foxy. All right. Now our second card here was the Upper Deck SPGU. We had Patrick Kane for the Blackhawks in the top left corner. We had Cam Atkinson for the Blue Jackets in bottom left. We had Johnny Hockey for the Flames, and we had Pasta for the Bruins. So kind of keeping that same order, we had Chris H for the Blackhawks, Chris H for the Blue Jackets, Bird for the Bruins, and Bird for the Flames. So I will roll the dice here again in just a second. And that was that one. So Chris H and Bird. So here we roll the dice. Dice is 4. So come over here to random. And 1, 2, 3, And 4, Chris H. So Chris H gets the 4-way card there. The SPGU 4-way. So I'll circle him. So that's the 2, or the 4-way there. 2 out of 7 down. This moves along pretty quick when I have everything down. So this was the Blades of Steel card. So we had top left, we had Vinny LeCavier. Then top middle was Rick Nash. Top right was Zetterberg. Then we had Getzlaff, Thornton, and Datsuk. So Lightning was Skinneth. Blue Jackets was Chris H. Captain Cali was the Rangers. Bruins was Bird. Getzlaff and the Ducks was RMK. Thornton and the Sharks was RMK. And Datsuk with the Red Wings was RMK. So RMK 515 has 3 out of the 6. Then Bird, Captain Cali, and Chris H. and Skinneth. So we will, let me make sure I got that right. All right. So for Rick Nash, I have him down for the Blue Jackets and the Rangers because he spent a good amount of time on both. So that's what I was saying earlier. So kind of just to be fair, we'll have him on 2 teams there. So we will roll the dice. And it's a 6 spot there, as you can see. So we will come over here to random. We just had that one. And we got our names already typed in. So this will be 6 times the randomizer. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It will go to Chris H. So Chris H pulled down 2 cards in a row. It's not bad for Chris H. All right, our next one up was the Fantasy Hockey Leaders. This had Ken Hodge, Gordie Howe, Bobby Hull, SB, Stan Mikita, and Ed Giacomin. So for Hodge, I put him down as the Blackhawks, Rangers, and Bruins. Howe was obviously the Red Wings. Hull was the Blackhawks. SB was the Birds. Mikita was Blackhawks. And Giacomin played for the Rangers and Red Wings a good amount of time. So that's kind of how I went with that one. So we have Chris H., Birdman, Captain Cali, RMK 515, Chris H., Birdman for Esposito, Chris H. for the Blackhawks, RMK 515, and Captain Cali for Giacomin. So we will roll the dice again. Hopefully this is making sense too, because I was trying to do it fast, but also be thorough with what I was doing. So we have a 2 spot there for this one. We'll come over here and delete this or get it down. We just did this one. So 2 times with the randomizer. There's 1 and 2. Chris H. This is 3 in a row now for Chris H. This is he's nailing it. That was the 4th card. So congrats, Chris H. kind of pulling through here. And now we have the Legacy card, which was Frank Mahalvich, Esposito, and Lemieux. So Mahalvich was a Leafs for Foxy. SB was the Bruins for Bird, and Lemieux's obviously Penguins for Daryl. So we will, yeah, seriously, Chris H should be doing something, man. So we got, let's roll the dice here real fast for this one. And we got another 6 spot. Last time we rolled dice, it was all 1s. Now we're getting lots of 6s, so that's good. So 6 times in the randomizer. We have 1 time, 2 times, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is going to Daryl. Daryl, who had the Penguins. So congrats on Daryl. Yeah, so you got your 1 for 2, Foxy. Daryl will get that one. All right, and our next up, 6th card, we had Jean Bellevue for the Canadiens, and we had Bill Gadsby. I got him for the majority of his time for the Red Wings. Bellevue was, Canadians was Hitsariko. I'm probably jacking your name up. I'm very sorry, but your name's something like that. I typed it a bunch of different ways in random list too, but Hitsariko or something along those lines. The Red Wings was RMK515. So we will roll the dice here. And one time on the dice. So let's come back over here. So just the two of you, one randomized time. Here we go. And we have Hitsarikamoto. Hitsarikamoto gets that one. So congratulations. And now we have one card left. One card left. This is I've already got it in its little case here because it's crazy. It's 1 of 1 plus 12 people on it. And also when I do mail it to whoever wins it, if you see the space there, I'm going to load probably some of those slug cards we had because I don't like it flopping around in this because there is some free space. So I'll probably add like a slug card on each side just to pack it in there nice and tight. But this one was the monster card, 1 of 1. And this was George Vezina. I keep saying that wrong. Vezina, Eddie Shore, Rocket Richard, Gordie Howe, Howie Morenz, Doug Harvey. The backside was Percy Lassou, Cyclone Taylor, who, when I looked him up, he only played for one pro team. He played for a lot of like teams that weren't even in the pros yet, like the interesting player if you had never looked him up. So Cyclone Taylor, Oriole Joliot, Tim Horton. Then we had King Clancy and Jean Bellevue, who was the Canadians. But to recap this real fast, let me make sure I'm on the right side here. So Percy, if I flip it to this side, yeah. So Percy Lassou, Senators for AJ Fred. Then we have Bellevue as a Canadians for Hitsariko, who just won the last one. Cyclone Taylor played for a lot of weird name teams that weren't quite in the league yet, but the one team he did play for was Ottawa, so the Senators go to AJ Fred. Then you have Oriole Joliot, Canadians for Hitsariko. Tim Horton is the Leafs with Foxy. Then you had King Clancy, who played for the Senators and the Leafs. So I got Foxy and AJ Fred. Then if we flip it over to the other side, for George Vezina, we have Canadians. Rocket Richard, we have Canadians for Hitsariko. For Gordie Howe, we have the Red Wings, which I did not put there. So the Red Wings is RMK515. I might have to add his name real fast. RMK515. Then we have Howie Morenz, who's Canadians. Doug Harvey played for 3 different teams for an equal amount of time, played for the Red Wings, Blues, Rangers, Canadians. So Captain Kelly with the Rangers, Blues was Richie H, Red Wings was RMK515, Canadians was Hitsarmuto. Then you had the last one here, Eddie Shore was mostly the Bruins for David Bird. So a big mouthful there. Chris, you've got 3 cards so far. So lucky you. You pulled card 2, 3, and 4. So you pulled the SPGU card, the 6th wave of some modern players, and one of the older cards. So yeah, you got 3, Chris. So congrats on that. You'll be getting them. But we're on the last card right now. Let me pull it over to here. Chris, I'll tell you at the end here too. I'll show you the cards. But here's the last one. And I need to put this list in with this list. There we go. So these lists have to come in. I did each side of the card separately. So if we do that, plus this, plus add RMK515 for the Red Wings. So there we go. So now we have everybody in. We'll roll the dice for the last card for the 1 of 1. This is a 3 spot. So a 3 spot for the big card here. And here we go. First time, second time, and third time it goes to Hitsariko Soto. So Hitsariko Soto, congrats. I think you're the first time buyer with us. A nice 1 of 1 there. So that's all 7. So what I'll do real fast is we can put them back in line here. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So real quick, I know Foxy's in here. Foxy, you had the 3-way, the triple auto out of 12 with coffee, potvin, and Bjorg Salming. So nice one there for you. Chris, you had the SPGU 4-way. I think you called this card when we pulled it that you wanted it and you got it. So it's Patrick Kane, Atkinson, Johnny Hockey, and Pasta, the 4-way patch. Then, Chris, you got the Blades of Steel card, which was this one, 6 ways, which had Vinny LeCavier, Rick Nash, Zetterberg, Getzlaff, Thornton, and Datsuk. And then you also pulled the Fantasy Hockey Leaders, which is that one, which was Ken Hodge, Gordie Howe, Bobby Hull, Ed Giacomin, Stan Mikita, and Esposito. So you got some nice ones there. And then Daryl won the Legacy card. And this was the Legacy card here, which you guys pull there. And then the Hits won the last 2. So that's going to wrap it up. I'm going to put these back in order real fast, just so I keep them straight for myself. But again, thank you all for being part of the break. Got them back in order there. And kind of bearing with me on these Leafs. We're not going to have the Leafs and many more. We got one more box or one more break that I can tell. We got one more Leaf box, and then we'll kind of be done with them because this is kind of a pain in the neck to look all the teams up and then have a second kind of break. But thanks again for everybody. And like I said, I think we'll have the next break. Actually, we're not going to release one. We got 3 going on. Actually, no, we got 2. We will release one at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, our next one. And our next one, just as a preview, will be 2 boxes of Allure. If you're still here, you get the preview. 2 boxes of Allure, 2 SPXs, and 2 Ingrained. That will be our next break. So thanks to everybody for hanging with us, and we will see you on Twitter in a few minutes, and we'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow with the next break. Have a good night. Talk to you all later.